I have a lot of feelings about people already having a lot to say about this that I'm not even convinced have seen this film. Y'all not realize that humans are multidimensional beings? Alright, y'all got me out here looking crazy, trying to make this video right now because I have to say things. I feel it is my civic duty at this point to talk about this. So, I saw the Michael movie last night, and don't you worry, there will be a very full, lengthy, in-depth review in which I deep dive into all the things, but I just wanted to say something before it is released to the masses and officially comes out tomorrow. So, the thing is, there are so many opinions already circulating that are pissing me off real bad because we just can't leave this man alone. The thing is, we can't let anything be good when it comes to him or his legacy, and that is something that troubles me deeply, especially as I have been doing a lot of deep research. And so I also feel like I have the right to say something as if I know what I'm talking about, because I kind of do. So there are a lot of people online already talking mad shit about this movie, saying it's glossing over all of this, it's only painting him in such a good and perfect light. Okay, like here's the thing, the movie, as we know, we knew this, and if you don't, then shut up. But the movie is literally set from when he's around age 5, when it all begins in good old Gary, Indiana. Shout out Gary. But then also it goes to 88, the bad tour. We know that. So if you know anything about the subject, you're gonna know that none of the controversy that y'all are talking about, none of the allegations happened for 5 years after that, and that's on that. So there are no allegations to talk about. But if you want to talk about it, the other thing is, if you just do a quick Google search, it's really pretty much common knowledge at this point that the reason that this movie took so long to come out, we've known about it for like at least what, 3-4 years that it was coming. It got pushed back because the original film was going to be like a 3-hour long, in-depth, full life story that did include the 93 allegations, but Jordy Chandler was depicted in this version of this film. And this is the part that I don't know if I fully buy or understand, but supposedly someone missed the fine print that the Chandler family had some sort of clause within the settlement or something that stated that the whole family, their likeness could not be depicted in any sort of dramatization of Michael's life, period. So they had to reshoot the entire thing. They redid the story focus to be more about Michael's growth from boy band to independent artist and being under his abusive father's thumb the entire time anymore. All that jazz. That is a different take on the story, but it's definitely a part of the story. Do y'all not realize that humans are multidimensional beings? I just don't understand what y'all want. Like, what do we want? Do we want an entire film that's like this gritty documentary style thing about the darkest parts of his being? And honestly, I have absolutely no clue how they are going to do part 2, because that is the stuff. That is the part in his life, arguably, not just because of the allegations, well, honestly, a lot because of the allegations, as far as the domino effect that that took on his mental health, on his sense of self, because he was deeply troubled by all of it and could not understand, couldn't get his pure little brain wrapped around the fact that anybody would accuse him of that. Any of his friends would accuse him of that. It's really freaking sad. It's just sad, but it's also complicated. And I don't know, yeah, sure, it deserves to be talked about, absolutely, in any depiction of his life, but not this one. Not from 1960 something to 1988. We don't need to be talking about that because it's irrelevant. So shut up about that. The other thing is, I don't understand this whole Rotten Tomatoes score thing. It's just like pure slander at this point. I'm like, who's in charge of this? Because y'all ate Bohemian Rhapsody up. It won multiple Oscars. Now that, we want to talk about that, that's a movie that was pure trash. The cinematography, trash. The depiction of Freddie Mercury, trash. Also, if we want to talk about sugarcoating a situation, sanitizing a story, that one for sure was. I barely even remember. It was so forgettable, man. But you ate it up. We ate Elvis up. Austin Butler doing his little thing, method acting his little life away. Great job, man. But also, we didn't talk for 1 second about the fact that Elvis was grooming a 14-year-old for entire life, pretty much. We didn't talk about the fact that he was courting a child and abused the shit out of her as well. So, like, but that's fine. Let's just talk about how his manager was mean to him. Like, I don't know. I have a lot of feelings about people already having a lot to say about this that I'm not even convinced have seen this film. And trust. I was so nervous about myself that I was going to have nothing nice to say about this, especially because it's the same producer that did Bohemian Rhapsody. But you know what? I gave it a chance. I went in with my expectations not low, but set, I think, at a very understandable standard. I'm getting worked up. I just went in being a human who wanted to enjoy a depiction of this human a certain time in his life and was interested in the things that they were going to highlight on. There were a lot of Easter eggs. There was a lot of editing too that was done in a very intentional way where they were saying a lot without saying a lot. And if you know enough about the subject and actually care, then you're going to appreciate those things. But if you don't and you just want to go in and be negative because that's all you have to contribute, then stay your ass home, man. Just don't see it. But I do think if you are willing to enjoy something, then go see this movie. I do have criticism. I do have critiques, and they will all be dished out at some point when I have time, probably months from now, because Lord knows I don't have time to make these videos. But I have a lot to say, and it is not just positive at all. But man, y'all just cannot let this man be and his family. I mean, yeah, and Jafar, don't get me started on Jafar, or the real video will start now because he was immaculate. He was immaculate, and that is something that at least has been also something consistent, something positive that I've been hearing, and it is true. He is an angel on earth, and he did a really, really wonderful job. I think he did his uncle proud. I think the spirit was with him, and I am grateful that it wasn't anybody else. And a lot of the other acting was fantastic as well. But again, another day. Y'all just need to calm down. Calm down, all right? So, in short, please go see this movie. Please give it a chance. We need to support it. We need to stop the slander, whatever this is going on, because it's bullshit. It just doesn't make any sense. I also think this is going to be a beautiful way to introduce the new generation to his artistry and what he was all about. You can only do so much in 2 hours as far as letting someone know what that is. I love a biopic. Just let biopics be what they are. They are not going to be perfect. But like this one, it could have been a lot worse. Let's just go ahead and say that. And it could have been a lot more sanitized. I'm happy to see what they did show and what they did choose to depict. There was a lot of honor that I wasn't sure was going to be a part of it, and it was. And I was happy to see it. So like, just let people live. Okay, I think that's all I have to say. Please go see this movie. Goodbye.